We do have It Starts With Us, so I'm hoping to see you back in the double duty role.
I think there are better people for that one.
Justin.
I think Blake Lively's ready to direct. That's what I think.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
It's common knowledge that the premiere of the movie It Ends With Us didn't get the best reception. It was clearly associated with a lot of negative attention, and this is something Blake Lively didn't bargain for. While the movie was being promoted, she was constantly in the news for the wrong reasons. Well, the premiere of this movie has come and gone, and Blake Lively perhaps expected the drama it came with to pass with time. Sadly, things have become worse. So, what's really going on with Blake Lively? For reasons we might never understand, there have been rumors of bad blood between Blake Lively and her co-star director, Justin Baldoni. This is all over the news, and we might as well say these two do not see eye to eye. There's a lot to say about this drama, but one thing that doesn't need to be discussed is the way this movie is being promoted. It's glaring for all to see. Blake is promoting the film on her own and is basically making it look like a cute romantic comedy, but that isn't what the movie is about. Going by Blake's promotion of It Ends With Us, fans might actually get the wrong perception of the movie and might end up disappointed after watching it. However, this is most likely not going to happen, as Justin, who directed and starred in the movie, is also promoting it. Interestingly, he isn't just promoting it, he is doing things the right way and letting the public know what to expect. He is having conversations and holding interviews, so it seems he actually cares about the message of the movie.
I think that they are absolutely entitled to that opinion, and it makes perfect sense as to why they would feel that way. I mean, look, we live in a culture where, unfortunately, too many things are glorified. And, we are fighting for attention. We're in an attention economy, and we're in a clickbait world, and everybody is trying to, figure out how to gather attention, look at the news cycle. It's everywhere around us. And so it makes perfect sense that people would feel that way. Also, if anybody has had that real life experience, I can imagine how hard it would be to imagine their experience being in a romance novel. To them, I would just offer that we were very intentional in the making of this movie.
Justin might have put the work into directing this movie and even more work into promoting it properly and letting people know what to expect. However, something not so nice got everyone's attention. He and his co-star Blake were not doing the interviews together. He was promoting in isolation, and she was doing the same. All the work Justin was doing wasn't really talked about. What lots of people were concerned with was the fact that he and Blake didn't see eye to eye, as it was the only logical explanation for them promoting the movie individually. Although the fact that Blake and Justin weren't doing interviews together suggested that all wasn't well. It wasn't enough to make everyone think they hated each other. Some folks thought they wanted to do things differently, but this belief soon became shaky when Blake unfollowed Justin on Instagram. With this, it became pretty apparent that all wasn't well, but no one was sure what the reason for this bad blood was. However, it was only a matter of time before they found out.
My husband actually wrote it. Nobody knows that, but you now.
The cause of the supposed fight between Blake and Justin could have stayed hidden forever, but that wasn't the case. A few weeks back, Blake, in an interview with E! News, spilled what was probably supposed to be classified information. She told the world that her husband, Ryan Reynolds, played a role in her movie. She made this look so casual, and no one was really supposed to see anything wrong in what she said. However, after letting the world know that her husband did some writing in the movie and was responsible for the key rooftop scene, people began having an idea of what the likely cause of bad blood between her and Justin was. Sadly, it didn't end there. She went on to say no one knew he had a hand in the movie. Although this was supposed to be a pleasant surprise, it wasn't, as she had involved someone in a project that they weren't supposed to be a part of without the knowledge of key players on the project. And it is okay to assume this didn't please Justin. Blake's revelation that Ryan Reynolds had input in It Ends With Us was received differently by fans. Some assumed it would cause an issue, but that really wasn't the case. Christy Hall, who was responsible for adapting the book, had no idea that there had been some changes in key moments in the movie. She was the recognized screenwriter for this movie, and finding out that someone else other than her had input didn't seem like something that would end well. Strangely, she really didn't care. She admitted that making a lot of sense from the rooftop scene was quite a challenge. She made it clear she didn't know Ryan had a hand in the movie. Of course, she noticed some things didn't go quite according to plan. However, she simply assumed the actors involved had improvised. Well, finding out Ryan actually had input wasn't a problem for her. While reacting to this piece of information, she said, "I am very proud of my work, and I do feel like the beats that needed to be honored in the scene are preserved, and they're there." Again, Colleen did it best. She did it first, and it's from her. I do think that the scene is a beautiful reflection of what she penned from the beginning. Not many folks expected Christy to react the way she did. She had absolutely no problem with Ryan's input. Interestingly, we can't say the same about Justin, who also had no idea that someone from outside the crew had a hand in a movie he directed without his knowledge. It seems like this might be the cause of the rift between Blake and him. He must have felt really disrespected. As big as the assumed bad blood between Blake and Justin might be, it isn't the only perceived challenge with Blake's husband writing some scenes in her movie. There are questions about him requiring a screenwriter's credit. Additionally, his actions might be a violation of the Writers Guild. This movie isn't the first with an uncredited writer, and it isn't out of place for an individual who wasn't part of a movie to have unofficial input. However, when this happens, the director is usually aware. Blake was wrong, and I doubt Justin will ever want to work with her again, even if the movie has a sequel. The issue of Blake revealing her husband had input in her film is still largely unresolved. Interestingly, it isn't the only issue she is dealing with at the moment. There is also the issue of her hair care products not getting quite the reception she anticipated.
So Blake Lively launched Blake Brown Beauty, which is a hair care brand. She says it took 7 years to make, okay? But I'm not seeing enough brown girls review the brand. So I went to Target and I paid $21 for the All-in-Wonder Leave-In Potion. Y nosotros, we're gonna review it together on my textured hair. Packaging wise, a mí me gusta. I like it. I'm not mad at it. But let's get into some of the claims, because this is supposed to instantly detangle, visibly tame flyaways and fight frizz, and help improve the look of existing damage. Okay. It's also a spray leave-in. This is the texture. So she's soft. Y huele a perfume. It smells like perfume. Yeah, this is very strong in scent. I could see this easily giving someone a headache. I can already tell this.
While holding press conferences to create awareness about the movie, it ends with oos. Blackie was also focused on something more personnel. She could have let the press conferences for her movie be used for just marketing the movie. However, that wasn't what she did. In a bid to kill two birds with one stone, the actress also advertised her hair care line alongside her movie. This probably seemed like a smart thing, but it didn't go down well with people, and she got criticized for it. Well, the criticisms for diverting the attention of film lovers to a product they perhaps were not interested in were quite a thing. However, it was nothing compared to the criticism she got from people who were actually interested in her products. Quite ironic, right? You see, it all looked perfect when Blake was able to get people to focus on the Blake Brown hair care line. Sadly, the aftermath wasn't what she hoped for.
I want to talk about the marketing images specifically for Blake Lively's hair brand. A bunch of people have been reviewing the products, and unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you feel about it, they do not like them. A lot of them are saying that the fragrances are really interesting, which like totally vibes. I feel like she looks like a girl who has really good smelling hair. But I want to talk about how all of these images are not marketing the actual product, they're marketing Blake. This is not the shot of strong, beautiful hair that I would want to see. This video on their TikTok, like you use the same hair products as Blake Lively, but it looks like her hair's kind of messy in this. It looks dry. And this one, like she looks stunning. Absolutely. She always does. But her hair is not, we're not like shooting a Pantene commercial with this. And this last one took me out. It's like, are we marketing the hair or the person? Because these two things do not gel, right? And in her about statement, she's like, I've always been known for my hair. And as she says, it took her 7 years to perfect it.
Beyond merely promoting her movie and her hair care line via the same channels, Blake released her hair products the same week as she put out her film. The aim was to have double wins, but that wasn't what happened. While the movie did well, the hair product didn't do so well. Since Blake launched the Blake Brown hair care line, quite a number of people have been able to lay their hands on her hair products, and they have had all sorts of complaints. There have been complaints about the packaging of these products, as well as their quality. From afar, these products seem to have the right packaging, but folks who have used them do not consider them practical. Imagine having to completely open a shampoo cap before having access to it. This might not seem like a lot of work when you are not in the bathroom. However, things are entirely different when you are bathing, and you really want to get your hair washed as soon as possible and jump out of the bathroom. Still on the packaging, this shampoo will not easily fit into your bathroom cabinet. Well, you might not know this until you get one and actually try storing it in a cabinet. For some folks, a packaging flaw is huge. Well, that is not the case for everyone. Some people do not have a problem with a badly packaged product so long as the product is good. Sadly, regardless of the category you fall into, you might not get value for your money with this shampoo. Perhaps the only thing you have to benefit from this shampoo and conditioner is using a product developed by your favorite celebrity. Another benefit is that they smell nice. But this really isn't supposed to be considered a benefit, as shampoos and conditioners are expected to smell good. Some folks who have used this shampoo because of its pleasant smell have complained about their hair feeling quite greasy just a couple of days after using it. The general perception of the Blake Brown hair care line is that it is of low quality and badly packaged. Interestingly, not everyone feels this way. One lady decided to get one for herself because she loved the packaging, but in the end, she said, "Guess what? I am returning every single one of Blake Brown's hair care products. I wanted to love this. I really did. I actually love the packaging. Now I understand why people are returning the products. It is mostly because my hair felt dry. I would use the nourishing products from her line, and my hair felt drier than the Sahara." At this point, you probably think people are not speaking well of Blake's product because they don't like her, but that is far from the truth. Even her fans do not think she has any business in the hair care business. These are not the best of times for Blake. Her movie premiere and brand launch didn't go so well. But what do you think? Should Blake quit the hair care business? And was her husband's involvement in her film crossing the line? Please, let us know what you think in the comment section below.